Give me a second, guys. Just while I figure something out. Okay. Cool. Oh. I do apologise for the buzziness, guys. Just give me a second while I share this round as well. Just so I can get basically the stream shared. So give me 1 second. Just gonna see if people are gonna join. I'm not too sure how many we're expecting tonight, so you know, just give us a second. So yes, guys, good evening and welcome to the Chell Lawman Motorsport WTSC rounds or races 7, 8 and 9 of the championship here at Track and Trails Gardens. And it is going to be probably one of the closest and probably narrowest circuits to date on the calendar for the championship. You know, it's proven already quite a bit of interest within certain amount of drivers, and obviously certain ones. You know, we've had probably 2-time winners now in the championship throughout. Or should I say the majority of the field have had, well, some of the drivers in the field have had more than one race winner this season already. But, you know, we are looking forward to seeing exactly what's going to happen for this evening. So yes, it is the legendary and also, as per usual, the one and only hoppers in the commentary box as we get more people jumping into the lobby. Yeah, no worries, Neil. No worries, mate. Take your time. It's only just open, mate, so you're okay. Excuse me. But yes, as I say, round here, you know, I've commentated round here before. I've raced round here, so I know exactly how it feels to be in prime position for a good night of racing. We are technically looking, I'm going to look at the point standings, why we're here and why people are just joining into the lobby. Just as we see what has happened, but we'll see who's around and also the point situation for races 7, 8 and 9 of the championship. And yeah, last week at Blue Moon Bay seemed to be amazing within the sort of racing, but I believe there was a few issues within the stewards. Have found a few issues within certain drivers and certain teams up and down the paddock. But nevertheless, the racing was pretty much on point, but it kind of, you know, thereabouts. But going into tonight then, going before we head to Italy, so we're at Croatia in Dragon Trails Gardens, but then we go to obviously Largo Maggiore East, then we head to Suzuka, then Sardegna, then we go to Laguna Seca, then we head off to Panorama Bathurst for the last round of the season then. So looking at the points then, at the moment, Brian Moncani, the Belgian in the Brian Moncani Racing Nissan GTR, he's actually on top of the tree then, after getting also a race win and a leader lap last time out at Blue Moon. He's had, obviously, he's the first of 2 double race victors this season, but Brian obviously got second, a 4th and a race win That's put him on 98 points, so then he's 4 points adrift of his nearest rival, Brucey Collins, or Noah Wright rather, I do apologise, misread that. Noah Wright on 94, so the Hyundai Genesis of Noah Wright, the Milky Way inspired Genesis, is there in second place. Then you have Brucey Collins, the other Genesis, the Hendrix Cars Genesis, he's on 88 points. Then you have Rasmus Omeran, who's in the Castrol inspired Nissan GTR. Seem to be thereabouts, within trying to reach for sort of the podium spot thereabouts, to see exactly what he was going to do last time out at Blue Moon Bay, but he's fourth in the table at the moment. They have Nuno George, who's currently sat in pit lane in fifth place, then trying to push the Subaru WRX. He's on 69, and then he's obviously got Oscar Stevenson, who may be here this evening, the McDonald's Mustang, after taking a race win at Alsace. He had a bit of a sort of an average night at Blue Moon last week, so he's on 65 points. Then you have Neil Smale, slowly but surely now adapting to that Lexus RCF. It seems to be a very bit of a mixture for Neil, because you know he's thereabouts, but he's finished where he needs to be just to be thereabouts. But we do have Neil Smale is on 45, so he's a bit out of reach at the moment, but hopefully he'll be picking up that momentum. Hopefully around here. He is suffering with a bit of a bad ankle at the moment, but nevertheless Neil will be thereabouts hopefully for this evening. Then you've got Nathan Robot, sadly missing this evening due to work commitments, on 41. The Toyota GT86 driver only competed in race 1 at Blue Moon, and then obviously race 2 and 3 the Toyota GT86, couldn't even get my words out then, had a bit of an electrical issue by the sounds of it, and he couldn't get it started. Then you've got Finley Ostler leading the father and son trio, on 33. They made him and his dad Andrew made their season debut. Obviously, well, they're not obviously season debutants, but they've made their first appearance of the season at Blue Moon. So Andrew is on 29. It's actually equal points with Nate Fletch, who also appeared at Blue Moon. Then Jamie Hillman, unfortunately, was missing last week due to being poorly, which, bless him, you know, he's here tonight in the Texaco inspired BMW M4. He is on 19. Then you've got Bush Bondi, the Australian, making his debut at Blue Moon in the Toyota GT86 on 14, and Dale Griffiths is not going to be appearing on the grid for some time, but if you're watching the stream, Dale, hopefully you are back on the grid very soon, and it will be good to see you on the grid. But hopefully we should get some good action-packed racing tonight. It is going to be thereabouts, and yeah, it's going to be very good. Hopefully I've got to keep myself hydrated. I've suffered a bit with hydration issues where the voice tends to go, so I need to keep hydrated and keep myself focused for tonight. But hopefully Friday night is going to be a fantastic night of racing. I know people were probably hoping for probably a fireworks display, but instead they are racing, so hopefully it is a good night of racing, and we should be in for some amazing packed racing. As I say, we're around here at Dragon Trails Gardens. We're not on the Seaside Circuit, the unforgiving Seaside Circuit, excuse me, as where Nath is coming now is the seaside hairpin, famously because you can see just over the barrier is the seaside, and you know it is a very interesting sort of circuit. As I say, I've raced around here. I've also done plenty of commentary around here in my past time. I've seen some amazing sort of style-esque races. I remember the WTSC that Eldar did run around here a couple of months ago. That was a fantastic. So Bruce Collins and Neil Smell do enter the lobby, so that is good to see. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen this evening. We are going to be thereabouts. I think hopefully we get a few more races in. But we'll see exactly what is going to happen. But I believe Finley and of course Andrew will be making it as well, so be exciting to see how well they do this evening, because you know it seemed they were actually having a bit of a very interchanging battle. I know for a fact Andrew got his first podium of the season, and probably the first of what should have been a couple of podiums last season, as Nate Flex goes into Seaside Hairpin. I'll go through exactly a certain different corner and we'll obviously have a lot of people. Neil Smell, Neil Smell's Lexus RCF goes out of pit lane. We'll see how well he does. So he's going to be pushing on for hopefully some decent results around here. As I say, he's in a bit of pain with his ankle at the moment, so he's not in the best comfort going through the gooseneck, as I call it. Got to be careful for them sausage curbs on entry and technically exit. It's not the easiest because them red sausage curbs are not forgiving. I'm going to tell you that for the but we'll see exactly what's going to happen for tonight as Neil gets a bit of warmth into them tyres on the Lexus. As I say, he's suffering a bit with his ankle, so hopefully it shouldn't play him too much. There's 3 8-lap races tonight plus a 10-minute qualification. If you're new to Eldar or you're new to WTSC, we do have a 10-minute qualification followed by that sets the grid for race number 1, which is a standing start. Then it goes to a reverse grid, and it will be a full reverse grid, and that will be a standing start as well for race number 2. Race 3, however, is a reverse grid, but this time it is a rolling start, so if you finish last, you're on pole position for race 2 and 3. So whoever wins race 2 starts at the back for race 3, and obviously whoever wins race 1 also starts at the back for race 2. So yes, it is going to be a good night of racing. I technically can't wait to see what's going to happen tonight, because we are going to be thereabouts. I'm, you know, as I say, you know, I've done plenty of commentary round Dragon Tail Gardens. Get it right, Hoppers, come on mate. I know it's been a long week, but excuse me. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen tonight. We are going to be thereabouts. Hopefully, you know, you can all hear me, and hopefully I am loud enough. Just let me know if I'm not. We can easily sort that out. We can easily adjust. But Nate Flitz gets a bit crossed up going out of the gooseneck. That's exactly what you don't want to do. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen. So the Roosters just entered. Just give me a second. So I believe we have got around 8 drivers at the moment. Sorry for sneezing down everyone's ear. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. And I do apologise yet again for sneezing down people's ear. But yes, it is going to be a good night of racing, I'm sure about that. So then, let's see who's setting the benchmark at the moment then. So it looks like Rasmus Ommeren then, the Dane, seems to be setting the pace in the Castrol inspired GTR, the Rick Kelly inspired GTR livery. But we'll see exactly what is going to happen. So I believe Rasmus is wanting to push on and try and get that elusive first race win. But looking at Finley then, trying to see what he can do with the Mustang. It seems to be a very adaptable machine, don't get me wrong. I've raced this myself in GR4 specification, so I do know how it handles and how it goes. We'll see what he can do on his flying lap now, because he's just gone out of the pits, so we'll see what he can do. We'll see what his dad can do as well in the Evolution, the Repsol inspired Nikolaj Stevanovic X liveried Mitsubishi. Andrew raced the Red Bull inspired Impreza last season and really wasn't happy about it as he goes through Seaside Hairpin, but he wasn't happy about the way it handled last season. He wasn't happy about being back in an all-wheel drive car, but come to think of it, when he got that podium at Blue Moon last week, I think it kind of got a duck off his back, and it kind of hopefully got him into that memento. But hopefully it should be a good night for him. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just in the process of... Don't know why that's doing that. So yes, if you don't mind, guys, please like and subscribe to Eldar Sim Racing. It would help us out massively, and we'll see exactly how things go. What is Neil on about? So let's see how things go for this evening. As I say, it will be thereabouts, but excuse me. Yeah, I was just making sure. But yeah, I was making sure that I am still here. But yeah, I'm online. I'm just double checking. So let's see what is going to happen tonight. We are... he's got him. That's alright. He's managed to get him. That's okay. Excuse me. But yes, we're just making sure Bush was going to get him, because he had a bit of an issue trying to get in, so that's to help him. But we'll see exactly what is going to happen. We're just waiting for Brian Moncani, I believe. I believe Oscar Stevenson's going to be missing. I think Noah is also missing this evening. But that is not an issue. We understand that life comes first. So we'll see exactly how well things go for these guys tonight. But hello Mr. Hall, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you. I didn't realise your message flashed up then. But yes. Did I just see that Brucey Collins was here and then he's disappeared? He's there, it's alright, forget that. But we'll see how well everyone goes. So Bush, obviously in his second event of the season, then the Australian. You know, this guy is like, it's like whatever time over there in Australia, and it's like, you know, he has the guts to come and race with us. Like, you know, like, fair play to him. I'd feel a bit weird in a different time zone coming over to race and stuff like that, but fair play. But it should be very good to see. I think we're just waiting for Brian Moncani to turn up into the lobby so we can officially get ready for the 10-minute of qualifying. But we will see what is going to happen. I think Rasmus at the moment then 138.053 at the moment, which seems to be thereabouts. I think Noah's actually entered the lobby, so he's actually here, so that makes around about 10 drivers at the moment, so that's not really an issue. We do have a good number of field for this evening then, so it's very good to see. I believe Noah may be only doing 1 or 2 races, I'm not too sure. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen. So Noah is going to be doing all 3, so that's decent. That's helped me out a bit. But not too sure where Brian Moncani is at the moment, but hopefully he should be here for qualifying. Excuse me. So I think Jeremy's trying to practice his starts in that BMW. Not the easiest car to start, I must admit. I've raced it myself and it's not easy. I think he's trying to do practice starts at the moment, but who can blame him? So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. I might tell him in a minute it's the other way round just to wind him up. But I think he's doing practice starts at the moment, so while everyone is getting ready for the 10 minutes of qualifying, it will be a very interesting proximity to seeing exactly. All drivers are on racing softs. They are required to use just the racing soft, just to get that out there. But we'll see if Brian is going to make it. But we'll see how well things go. Neil Smell at the moment then 140.8 at the moment, seems to be, he's not far off the pace actually. He's only about 2.7 seconds down, so that's pretty good for a Scottish driver, or Speedy Meerkat as he likes to be known. So we'll see exactly how well he does tonight. So we'll see exactly how quick Bush can go in that Toyota GT86. So Brian Moncani is on his way. So that is quite good because we do have around 11 drivers then, which isn't too bad tonight, considering we normally have, I think it's normally just to get it out there. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, we normally have around, because obviously we're there from Rombouts missing tonight. Yeah, we normally have about 12 drivers roughly. Maybe 13 at least. That isn't too bad. We'll just wait for Brian to enter the lobby. As Finley's sat at the... Oh, he was in pit. He's now in pit, but that's okay. just checking how everyone's getting on, because you know, around here, as I say, it is a very difficult circuit. It's not the easiest. At least we're not on the seaside circuit, because the seaside is one where it gets very technical, I must admit. I'm alright, Neil. How are you doing, mate? I'm pretty good, my friend. I'm doing very well. Having a few moments, mate, but you know, such is life. But all is well, my friend. All is well. As Nate Fletch goes spinning down the hill, he's not realised the barriers are very close here in the Colin Turkington-esque BMW M4. It's not a drift car, my friend. But yes, he's obviously around here. So just make sure everyone is ready for qualifying. Because it is going to be a very close qualification session round here. Be very interesting to see how the GTRs go, because the GTRs could be on points tonight, just to put that out there. But as Jeremy starts qualifying. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So we'll see exactly what happens. Brian Moncani, obviously, he's not late, but he's just arrived. So hopefully the lights of Nate Fletch and Neil Smell. Neil Smell got his brake lights on. Maybe he's just testing the brake at the moment, but we'll see how well he can do. So Brian Moncani in the Nissan GTR, the very quick GTRs, should I say. So we'll see exactly how well things go for this evening, for the 10 minutes. Brian Mulcahy's just headed out. I think he's obviously just getting to grips. He did say to me earlier on today that you know, he's looking forward to tonight, but the GTR does not feel at home round here. It's very interesting to figure out why though, but maybe it's just the way the GTR is. But hopefully he gets on point for what he wants round here for this evening. So Nuno will lead them onto the flying laps then. I'm not too sure how many they'll get round here tonight. It could be a variation between 2 or 3 depending on how quick you get your lap times around. But obviously the Subaru WRX, I've also raced this machine. So we'll see what happens for tonight, but straight away you've got obviously Rasmus, followed by Jamie, and of course Brucey Collins at the moment are your top 4 around in the qualification order. There's the Rooster who's just picked up a penalty. If you get a penalty, you must take it on the lap you get it. And there is around 3 zones this evening here at Track and Trails. It's not easy to straight away, but just seeing how well everything goes. But looking at Nuno then, coming through the back end of the circuit now, about to head under the tunnel with 7 minutes to go in the third qualification session of the season. Heading through the double left-hand bend. It's sort of a left and a left and then obviously across the start-finish line with Rasmus Ommeren trying to get the toe off him. Is he going to try and get a faster lap than Nuno George here? We'll see exactly what happens. They're both equally kind of near enough get split, but Rasmus actually pips him by a couple tenths of seconds, so it's only 0. Well, then Brucey Collins went up to second, but then he's been pipped by Noah Wright there. Noah's done a 138.3 at the moment, and Nate Fletch, however, 138.448. Rasmus Ommeren then 138.225. So that's kind of bounce at the moment. Nuno's got himself a penalty though, however, heading down towards Seaside Hairpin. As you can see, the Seaside just there, you can hear the seagulls squawking away in the background. But Finley with a 138.938, then Brian Moncani up into 5th, then 138.595, Neil Smale 141.175. So that's kind of a very close time. Bush at the moment 143.115, but hopefully he will get quicker. The Rooster 148.467, but he's up on that time now, so hopefully he'll improve there. But Jamie currently with a 214.9 at the moment, so it's not a really good showing for the BMW driver. Looks like he's put a fresh pair of shoes on, or should I say rubber, because obviously on another outlap, so that's going to be very interesting to see what Rasmus Ommeren can do. Still stays there. Finley up into 4th, 138.495. So it looks like at the moment the Mustang then, Aussie Rooster, his dad, 139.113. Bush with a 140.289 at the moment, so it seems to be thereabouts. You know, he's getting there, he's learning racecraft very easily. But we've got 4 minutes and 14 seconds left of qualifying. So we'll see how well everyone can go. Brian Moncani then, second at the moment, 138.289. So it's a GTR lockout at the moment. This could be very close. Neil Smale up into 9th then, 139.781. So Lexus RCF at the moment trying to push on to get further up the grid, but at the moment then with 3.5, just come up to 3.5 minutes remaining. It's almost Rasmus Ommeren's pole position at the moment with that GTR, the Castrol GTR, followed by Brian Moncani's GTR. So these guys, the GTRs, could be on strong round here this evening as Rasmus goes into pit lane then. I think he's decided, right, go into pit lane, get a fresh pair of shoes on. Nuno, however, 138.067. So that tops him to the tree, but how long will he stay for? Brian Moncani? He's 0.9 seconds down on his time there. That's cost him a bit, so that's really hampered his lap time there. Hopefully he'll push on with around 2 minutes and 46 seconds left, but we'll see exactly how quick these GTRs are going to go. Noah, however, goes top of the tree then, 137.903. You can just see how quick the times are getting now. Noah goes into pit lane, however, that's probably maybe a good call for him, but you know, that's not going to improve his lap time though this time round. But Neil Smale with a 139.240, so that's still put him thereabouts. I think it's still put him 9th at the moment. Jamie's still suffering with that BMW at the moment. Look at that, it's got a bit of a scar on the front, but hopefully it doesn't put him off. Excuse me. But we'll see how well he's chasing after the Australian at the moment, so Jamie will be hopefully adapting to pushing on. Maybe round here it's a bit difficult for the BMWs at the moment, because you know, Nate Fletch did go off during practice, but it seems that Nuno's going to be firing his way around the Pirelli turn here. He's going to be pushing on towards the gooseneck. So we'll see what Rasmus can do. He's on his out lap, so he's got one more lap to go. But Brian Moncani and Nate Fletch, however, up into 5th then. 138.376. So he's going to be thereabouts. We'll see what Brian Moncani can do. He's up into his 4th at the moment. Just seems with a minute to go though, anything can happen. Jeremy's up into 8th then, 138.534. Brian Moncani 2nd then, 138.014 with 37 seconds left. Could he string in a last good lap and a last ditch lap to try and get onto pole position? So we'll see exactly how well he can do. At the moment he's 0.1 seconds down at the moment. He's not going to enjoy that. But we'll see how well he can go with around 5 seconds left to qualify, so he will be still on his flyer. We'll see how well he can do now, pushing on for quite some time. But Nuno picks him to 2nd at the moment. 137.907. Brucey Collins then, when that put him 5th at the moment, 138.3. Finley 138.355, so that's very close between the likes of Brucey and of course Finley at the moment. Then it seems to be thereabouts between these guys at the moment. So let's see what exactly is going to happen. But Brian Moncani then going through the latter half of the lap now. Is he going to try and string a very good lap together? He gets out of there, clips the dirt though. Is he going to push on for pole position? Nah, he still stays 3rd at the moment. So Noah, he's still purple in that sector coming out the last turn then. It was purple then. What's he going to do? Is he going to smash the lap record round here? No, he doesn't. Oh, he actually does. Yes, he does. He gets 137.784. So Nuno 2nd, Brian Moncani 3rd, Rasmus 4th, Brucey Collins 5th, Finley in 6th then, Nate Fletch 7th, Jamie in 8th, Rooster in 9th, and Neil Smale in, of course, 10th place with Bush in 11th place. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen for race number 1 then. And we are gearing up for a good night of racing. And we will see what goes on here at Dragon Trails Gardens for race number 7 of the championship. We are ready to go. We are getting the green lights any moment. The revs are building. Mine are about to go as well. But who's going to get a good start? It looks like Brian Moncani. However, didn't see what Nuno did from the first row of the grid. He actually got an electric start with Noah in 2nd. Rasmus Omeran trying to chase after Brian Moncani as well. The 2 GTRs already hot on the heels of Milky Way inspired Hyundai Genesis of Noah right there, going into towards the gooseneck for the first time. It seems to be very close. but that's allowing Nuno George to literally get away, hop, skip and jump on them sausage curbs for the first time. It looks like Brian Moncani is thereabouts in third place with Rasmus Omeron. Nuno's under threat from Noah at the moment, going in towards Seaside. Brian Moncani's doing exactly the same, trying to put the top two under pressure. The championship leader already trying to latch onto the back, but he's thereabouts. Rasmus Omeron 4th, Brucey Collins 5th, Jamie up in 6th then, with Finley in 7th, Nate Fletch also sandwiching, so it's the BMW sandwich at the moment, with of course the Rooster behind in 9th, with Bush in 10th, followed by Neil Smale. Oh, he's had a bit of a moment going down the hill. Maybe that's got a bit too much for him, but going back to the battle for the race lead then, with Nuno and of course Noah and Brian Moncani. What's going to happen? Going into the double L for the first time then. It looks like hopping and skipping them curbs as we go out of that final turn then. Down the front straight we go to tick off rather. Lap number 1 is going to be very close to see exactly what Nuno can do. Is he going to try and latch on? Is he going to try and take a first win of the season at the moment? And he's leading the lap and he's got the fastest lap at the moment, but that could all change with the likes of Noah and of course Brian Moncani latching onto the back. The Belgian already trying to get a very more comfortable margin in that championship lead, but he's got to be very careful that he doesn't get caught up in that fight between the likes of Noah and Nuno. This is exactly what could easily happen, but Noah's gonna go for that move. Is he gonna get it into Seaside Hairpin? Yes he is, but Nuno fights about it. We're almost trading paint out of Seaside Hairpin, but Brian Moncani, you can just see the Belgian literally on course. He's going onto the grass as well, but this is where reality is literally going to be night or day for the Belgian here. He's still latching onto the back of Noah. Brian Moncani wants another race victory. He wants to extend that championship advantage. We know he does, going into obviously, you know, what is going to happen, but he's thereabouts, but he's trying to catch up to Noah, going under the bridge then towards the double L for the second time. This is fantastic stuff from the pair of them. Let's see what is going to happen, but is that allowed Nuno to get away? No, it hasn't, because they're catching Nuno up slightly as well. Rasmus is there with Finley and Jamie and Brucey Collins. There's quite a lot of a train behind Rasmus Omeron at the moment. It seems to be that Jamie's latched onto the back of Finley at the moment, but Finley's going to try and take Jamie on the inside at Pirelli. It seems all a bit of sideways action there between the pair of them, but that's allowed the likes of the Rooster, Finley's father, to get into this sort of four-car battle here. But this is exactly how the racing should be. Finley clips that curb, but Nate Fletch hops and jumps that curb. It's not going to use suspension any well at the moment, but Bush is in 10th place at the moment, with Neil Smell sadly in 11th place at the moment. But going back for the race lead then, Nuno, however, Nuno George, yes, that's right, the Portuguese driver, drove the BMW M4 last season. Now in the Subaru WRX, trying to push on for quite some time for this race lead, on to lap 3 out of 8 then. So Noah's defender from Brian Moncani at the moment. You can just see how quick and how easy it's going to be, but Brian Moncani, fair play to him, he's not giving up. The championship leader is not giving up to see how well he's going to go. He's trying to get that Brian Moncani racing Nissan GTR alongside the Hyundai Genesis. Like I say, he wants to try and miles away with that that championship lead he's got at the moment. But Brucey Collins also is having to try and chase after Rasmus Omeron, but you can just see Brian trying to get a move on Noah. But Noah's got that Milky Way inspired Genesis all over the shop, trying to stop Brian Moncani from getting into second. He's got thereabouts, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Who knows exactly? Brian Moncani gets a good run though, gets a good run on that Genesis going up towards Seaside Hairpin. We'll stick with these two for the time being, but Brian Moncani in second place then, onto that 4 out of 8 then, with around 4 laps to go in this opening race here at Dragon Trails Gardens for the Eldar Sim Chell Lawman Motorsport WTSC. It's going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly what's going to happen, but I tell you this, it is unstoppable between these guys. You know, Brian Moncani still trying to trade paint with around. Brucey Collins now has that advantage from Rasmus Omren. Rasmus is already under threat from Jamie as to go down the rise then in towards the latter loop. It's going to be thereabouts, but Rasmus looks like he's struggling with that GTR at the moment. Jamie's got back in front into 5th place then, with Nerf Fletch in 7th, with the Rooster in 8th then. Finley's son in 9th, having a bit of a nightmare at the moment in that Mustang. Bush trying to latch onto the back of that Mustang as well, with Neil Smell sadly suffering quite a bit at the moment, but it looks to me what is going to be a very close battle, but Nuno still leads the race then from Brian Moncani, and of course Noah's still holding on for second at the moment. This is exactly what we like to see between these guys. This is unstoppable, but Noah is not giving up. Brian Moncani, he's still not giving up, trying to chase down. But I'll tell you what, Rasmus Omren in the Castrol GTR, it seems to be struggling at the moment. Whether the GTRs are having a bit of issues, it's hard to tell, but Jeremy's on the attack as Rasmus tries to get back into that 5th place. Jeremy's trying to get him on the outside of the Seaside Hairpin, but look at this, Brucey Collins then, the early championship leader after Alsace. He's trying to put Brian Moncani, the current championship leader, under pressure. That's right, famous Queen song there. But Noah is holding on off Brian Moncani, which is allowing Brucey Collins then, however, to... Oh, he gets into 3rd! Brucey Collins gets into 3rd, Noah runs wide. Going under the bridge then for the 5th time, but is this the thing, what's happening with the GTRs? Are they struggling? And the Genesises are coming alive. It looks like at the moment, because Noah's got back into 2nd place, Brucey Collins. However, similar machinery up into 3rd then. Excuse me. With the likes of Noah trying to hold on. Now this 3-car train. Jamie's trying to hold off Rasmus Omren in the background. With around 2 laps to go in this race. This is really crazy stuff. I tell you what, we'll see exactly how the outcomes are going to be, but Nuno there still leading the race then, still with the fastest lap as well, so it could be on for 23 points in this race. Bear in mind the chasing pack, you can just see Noah eking out that advantage. Brian Moncani back into 3rd then with Brucey's trying to push on. This is exactly how things should be here racing. You know, these guys, yes, they love the racing. Yes, the racing's tense. The racing is just been absolute unstoppable so far in the opening race of the evening. I'll tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, Nuno will be going on to the penultimate lap anytime soon. But this is where the battles galore happen. They fletch up into 6th then. Seems to be more at home with that BMW. It seems that Rasmus's Nissan GTR has a bit of an issue at the moment. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. Dave Fletch is still trying to hold off Rasmus, but we'll see exactly what's happening with these guys. The Rooster in 8th then. Finley in 9th then, with Bush in 10th, with Neil Smell in 11th for the moment. But this is where it's going to happen, because Nuno's still eking out that lead with Noah in 2nd then. Brian Moncani still 3rd at the moment, so it's almost the top 3 as it was in qualifying, with Brucey Collins now trying to spoil that symmetry. The HendricksCars.com Hyundai Genesis latching onto the back of that Nissan GTR. You can just see exactly what's going to happen, but is Brucey going to try and get that GTR covered? Is he going to try and get past the GTR? It's yet to be seen, but I tell you what, it can be done. But I tell you what, it's so far so good for these guys, you know. Already on race number 1. I'll tell you what is happening this evening, you know, that's allowing, oh, Brian Moncani, oh, he goes into the gravel. That's not going to help him. That's allowed, of course, Brucey and Jamie Hillman into 3rd and 4th respectively, with Nate Fletch down 5th, with Brian Moncani now down in 6th. The GTRs, and yeah, it looks like the GTRs are definitely struggling around here tonight. But I tell you what, the BMWs have come on song as well since last time out at Blue Moon, with Rasmus and of course Brian Moncani now battling for 6th and 7th. The Rooster 8th with his son Finley in 9th, and Bush still there in 10th place, followed by Neil Smell in 11th. Got to give him credit. But on to the final lap when Nuno George into the gooseneck for the final time of race number 1. This is where it's going to be very close, but Noah is going to be taking out hopefully 2nd place if he carries on. Brucey Collins, however, 3rd. But Jamie Hillman, that is right. Jamie in the BMW. Jamie might want to get onto the podium here. He's going to try and get onto the podium. I know he is, but Brucey Collins runs a bit wide. Oh, this could allow Jamie to get onto the podium for the first time this season. He's got past Brucey. Oh, brilliant stuff. Take a bow. This is absolutely unstoppable. But I tell you what, Noah's coming through the latter half of the lap. Then we'll see exactly how he finishes in a moment or two. But I tell you what, Brucey's got to go now or never to get that move past Jamie Hillman. I beg your pardon. But I tell you what, Nuno is coming through the last corner now to come across the start finish line and take the checkered flag. A first win for Nuno George this season. Then will it be 2 out of 2? Flashes the lights and delight. Noah in 2nd. Then Brucey Collins has actually got Jamie on the line. We knew that was going to happen. Jamie in 4th, Nate Fletch in 5th, then Brian Moncani 6th, Rasmus Omen in 7th, the Rooster in 8th, then followed by his son Finley in 9th, followed by Bush in 10th, with Neil Smale currently in 11th. I'll tell you what, I feel sorry for Neil, I really do. He's obviously suffering at the moment, but fair play, he will start pole position for race number 2. I'll tell you what, that was insane. But we'll see how things go. But Nuno George fastest lap as well, and he led the race as well from start to thereabouts. But I'm going to just quickly run to the bathroom and then I'll be back in a moment. So we'll see exactly what happens for race number 1. Race number 1 finished like this then. Nuno George in first place, followed by Noah, followed by Brucey Collins in 3rd, then followed by Jamie in 4th, We thought Jamie was actually going to get onto the podium then, followed by Nate Fletch, Brian Moncani, Rasmus Omeran, followed by Ozzy Rooster, followed by Finley, followed by Bush and Neil Smell. Fastest lap went to Nuno on lap number 3, 1:37.6. I'll tell you what, it is going to be great. I can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen for race number 2. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But we'll see how quick things go. But hopefully we will be in for a cracker. But so we'll give them a few minutes. To get ready for race number 2. Excuse me, but hopefully the second race is going to be better. So we'll see how well things go for race number 2 in around 3 minutes time. Well, 4 minutes, yeah, 3 minutes time. So we'll see exactly how things go. So it's going to be very interesting. Excuse me. But yes, it is going to be a fantastic second race. I'm sure it will be. And we'll get ready for a very action-packed second race. Better get this quickly. we go. Oh. There we go. We are good to go. Neil Smale on pole position then. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen for race number 2. The red lights are about to flick to green. The revs are building, as are mine, and let's go for race number 2. So race number 8 of the championship. Who's going to get a decent start? It looks like Finley's had a bit of a decent start. Bush has dropped back a bit though, down in 7th by the looks of it. The 2 GTRs though, however, are up into that sandwich, but Neil Smale currently into first place, going to the gooseneck. Looks like Rasmus is trying to get through, but you know, he's a bit aggressive on there, but hopefully that oh, he's picked up a penalty though for his troubles, so that will hamper him quite a bit now. So the Dane will have to take that penalty, which has cost him quite a few places, with the likes of him and Andrew Osler having a bit of an issue into the seaside hairpin. It looks like Brian Moncani also tried to hold off Nate Fletch, who is at the tail of the field. It looks like Jamie didn't get the best getaway from the back of the end of the field. Bush into down in 10th place with the likes of Brucey Collins and of course Noah in 9th and 8th respectively. Nuno already up into around 7th place, but the Rooster with a 4/10 penalty, that's going to cost him more places, but that's allowed Rasmus Omeren to still get back in towards going to Brian Moncani as well as Finley. Finley gets a bit crossed up out to the final turn. He's the only Mustang on the grid this evening because Oscar Stevenson isn't making it, but on to lap 2 then. Neil Smale leads the race then. This could be a good showing for Neil if he keeps it together. Rasmus, however, trying to chase after Finley. He's had a bit of an issue with Finley's dad, but you know, he's trying to get thereabouts, but it seems to be very carefully picked out there. Rasmus still holding on for second at the moment then, with Finley in 3rd, then with Nate Fletch 4th at the moment with Brian Moncani. But look at this, the Genesises are coming as well. Noah is trying to get past Nuno, but Nuno is also there. This could be a very close battle, with about 4 cars trying to make it wide into Seaside Hairpin for the second time then. This is getting a bit feisty between these guys at the moment. We've got to seriously see what's going to happen, but that's allowing Neil Smale though. However, Neil Smale is 1 point. He's trying to gain that advantage from Rasmus Omeren at the moment. He's trying to keep it together. You know, he's thereabouts, but Rasmus is trying to get that GTR back onto winning terms, or even into winning terms for this season. But Finley's going to try and take 2nd place. He does that. Rasmus is on that side. Oh, what happened to Neil? He's dropped down to 3rd at the moment. That's allowed Rasmus to try and catch up to these guys, but Finley Osler, however, trying to battle with Neil Smale as well. Neil Smale's trying to get back into race lead into Pirelli. Oh my goodness, Neil. Oh, Neil gets back into the lead. Oh my goodness. On to lap 3 out of 8 then. Well, that was a fantastic move by Neil Smale. By Moncani up into 3rd then. But Rasmus Omeren trying to defend from, well, trying to get past Neil Smale, but Neil Smale's having none of it. He's trying to say, not on your life, sunshine, I want this win as much as anyone else wants it. But Noah's trying to get a move on Nate Fletch in the background. He's trying to also get alongside Finley Osler. So that's going to be excuse me, that's going to be thereabouts, but Neil Smale still leading the race then. Jamie from the back of the field Still got the fastest lap then. Rasmus Omeron trying to catch up to Neil. This is absolutely crazy stuff. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. Oh, it's crazy. But you can just see Neil trying to defend, you know, fair play to him. He's not giving up. He's got a turn of cars catching him, or he's got to be very careful. He's got to be having his wits about him this time round. But I'll tell you what, Rasmus Omeron, he's trying to make that move stick. He's got that, he's got past Neil, but Neil's right on his tail though. This could be a very close proximity car battle. But Neil Smale, he's thinking about doing that move again. You know, he's unstoppable. He's going to try and get it again. Oh my goodness. Where has he learnt this lap from? Rasmus Omeron though, however, giving him a bit of a trading paint situation. He's got to be careful to Brian Moncani's there. Oh my goodness gracious. This is crazy stuff. Neil Smale, however, this has got to be careful, because there's a lot of cars now going into Seaside Hairpin. Oh my goodness. That is not going to be approved. That was absolutely crazy stuff. But that has allowed the likes of Andrew Osler to come out into the race lead. This is unreal, but I tell you what, gotta be very careful here. I don't know what they've taken during the break, but I tell you what, they've got to be very careful with battling, because it's not going to work. But that's allowed Rasmus Omeron to get into the race lead. However, but Nate Fletch is on the attack as well. But poor old Neil got swamped. I think, you know, fair play. He's down in 8th at the moment, but you know, it seems to be a lot of cars trying to squabble for a lot of places. But you know, he's got Andrew Osler, however, in 2nd. Rasmus Omeron at the moment then leading the way then. But I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few things looked at in the stewards room after the race is finished. But I tell you what, it's going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. But I tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts. Rasmus still there near Fletch, trying to get onto the attack of Andrew Osler's Mitsubishi at the moment, with the 2 Hyundai Genesis, the 2 fast cars at the moment with Brian Moncani. I think, you know, he's fair plays in the Genesis sandwich yet again, but Brucey Collins is there, Finley, and of course Nuno, followed by Neil. Neil's trying to latch onto the back. Jamie's also thereabouts, but I tell you what, this is absolutely crazy stuff. Excuse me. But you can just see that Noah and Nuno still trying to have shades of race 1. There's going to be probably 5 cars battling for at least a couple of positions here at the moment. This is unreal. But that's allowed Nate Fletch up into 2nd then, with the Rooster still there in 3rd at the moment. We'll go on to lap number 6 then. Jamie's still got the fastest lap at the moment. That's quite astounding. Brian Moncani's still there in 4th at the moment, with Brucey Collins chasing him down. Nuno in 6th then. Noah in 7th, with Jamie 8th, with Neil Smale 9th, and Finley in 10th, with Bush in 11th at the moment. But it's quite a bit of a way for the likes of Rasmus Omeron. He may get the fastest lap away from Jamie this time round. But Brian Moncani is coming through. You know how the Belgian likes to race. You know, this is unstoppable between these guys. But I'll tell you this, Andrew Osler still holding on for 3rd at the moment. He says he didn't like all-wheel drive cars, but Oh, there's a bit of paint swapping there. This could be very close. No, Fletcher's getting up to Rasmus though. So the GTRs look like they're going to go backwards again in this race with 2 laps to go. But Nate Fletcher's already trying to put on to the back of Rasmus Omeron. This could be a very close battle as well. This could be unreal. With around the penultimate lap to go. But I tell you this is unreal. I tell you, we cannot wait to see exactly what is going to happen in the last onto the penultimate lap we go then. Brian Mulcahy up into third then with Andrew Rosler and of course Bruce Collins chasing him down. But this is where it could be very carefully picked. We'll see exactly what's going to happen, but I think the Fletch, that's right, Nair Fletch trying to latch onto the back of Rasmus Omeron's Nissan GTR. But Brian Mulcahy's got to be careful because he's got the Rooster and Brucey Collins chasing him. And of course Nuno now trying to latch onto the back of this group. But I'll tell you what, Jamie's also there in 8th. Finley back up into 9th then with Neil Smale 10th and Bush in 11th at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Nate Fletch, wouldn't be surprised if Nate Fletch gets the lead of the race before the last lap. I wouldn't be surprised, but this is exactly what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, Rasmus Omeron defending like mad at the moment then. Trying to get away from the BMW driver at the moment then. Trying to see exactly what's going to happen. But I'll tell you this, it seems to be thereabouts, but it's a GTR 1-3 at the moment, but obviously Nate Fletch is going to try and make amends of that as Rasmus runs a bit wide out of the final turn. Gives Nate Fletch a bit of a tap, but that's allowed Nate Fletch's BMW to pull alongside. This could be very close going on to the final lap of the race. It could be thereabouts. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Nate Fletch wants a win. He wants this race lead, which he gets. This is unstoppable. This is absolutely unstoppable. Nate Fletch holding on for dear life with Rasmus Omeron, the Dane, trying to put the English driver under threat. Brian Mulcahy still there in 3rd with the likes of Brucey Collins in 4th and Nuno in 5th. The Rooster in 6th and Jamie 7th. Noah trying to get 7th place away from Jamie. Finley in 9th and Neil Smale 10th. Bush in 11th. But I'll tell you what, Rasmus Omeron has got past Nate Fletch. Nate Fletch is probably flashing his lights in anguish, thinking, what on earth? You know, that was mine for the taking. But I'll tell you what, going through the last half of the lap onto of the last lap of the race then, this is where it could be all or nothing. We'll see exactly. But I'll tell you, it's going to be thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, Nate Fletch may try and take Rasmus Omeron into the last bend. He may try and do it this time round, but Rasmus thinks about it. Oh, Nate Fletch, he's in right on to the back of Rasmus Omeron. This could be a very close battle between the pair of them. It looks like Rasmus gets the race win from Nate Fletch. Brian Mulcahy 4th, Brucey Collins, Brian Mulcahy 3rd, Brucey Collins 4th, Nuno 5th, Rooster in 6th and Jamie excuse me, Jamie 7th, Noah 8th, Finley 9th, Neil Smale in 10th then, and Bush in 11th. I think he's had a bit of a learning curve again this evening, but who knows exactly what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, there may be some bit of debate going on. Do apologise about that. Just had a sneeze. But yes, Rasmus Oren takes a race win, followed by No Flex, Brian Moncani in third, Brucey Collins fourth. Excuse me, Nuno fifth, followed by Aussie Rooster sixth. Jamie in seventh, with Noah eighth. Finley in ninth, followed by Neil Smell 10th, and Bush in 11th. But I tell you what, Jamie gets the fastest lap on lap number 7, 1:37.890. And I tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts. But we'll see exactly what is going to happen for the final race of the evening. I'll tell you what, I think there's going to be a lot of things happening. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But see what time we're on now. Do apologise, guys. I'm just in the process of seeing what's going on at the moment. I do apologise for that, guys. We're just trying to sort something out, but where's him? Right. Okay then, let's see what's going to happen for race number 2. Race number 2? I mean race number 3, I do apologise. So we'll see what happens for the final race of the evening. It's going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen. But hopefully we will see exactly what is going to happen. Just that Marshall gets a bit bored and walks up and down. But we'll see exactly how things go for the final race here at Dragon Trails Gardens. It should be a very close one indeed. The sun is setting and it is going to be very close to see how close everyone gets on. Hopefully we get through this race without any sort of issues, but we'll see what Bush can do from road to grid, followed by Neil Smale. Neil Smale hopefully will be picking up the pace. He seemed to enjoy race number 2, but we'll see exactly how things go for him. But we'll see what Bush can do in his 6th event now of the season. and Neil Smale is going to be thereabouts, but Finley and of course Noah will be hunting him down, followed by Jamie as well. But at the moment Bush will be leading away from Neil Smale. Neil Smale clips the dirt out of Pirelli then, however we'll see what's happening further back. It seems that Nate Fletch and Rasmus Ommeren have seemed to be thereabouts now, but hopefully we get in for a good fight, as we see Finley trying to take Noah already, but it looks like that there's going to be a 4-car battle going down towards Seaside. Noah gets into the race lead then, but Bush is on the attack for second place to get past Finley Osler, as he's going to do it. Yes, he is, but Neil Smale is also there. There's 3 cars now wide, just about on exit. That's allowed Noah to get in front, but obviously, oh my goodness, this is where it could be very close between a lot of these guys. You've got the likes of Finley and of course Bush trying to push on with Neil Smale, also trying to do exactly the same with the likes of the Rooster, trying to catch up. You can just about see how quick this will be going on. But was that Nuno? It was. Oh, there's a lot going on in this race. I don't know exactly what is going on at the moment, but that was a bit unfortunate. I think Neil Smale was caught up into that as well, but you know, it seems to be a lot of things going on at the moment as Bush goes a bit wide out in the final turn. That's allowed the Rooster in third place, then chasing after his son. That's what in the Mustang, with Jamie in 5th, then Brucey Collins in 6th, then Brian Moncani in 7th, followed by Rasmus 8th, Nate Fletch in 9th already, with Neil Smale in 10th. I think he's got a bit of a problem with Nuno in 11th, then it seems. But he's allowing Noah to get away with the race lead, followed by Finley and of course his dad Andrew at the back at the moment. Well, not at the back, but in 3rd place at the moment, with Bush trying to push that Toyota GT86, the nimble pocket rocket, trying to push back onto the podium if he can. He's thereabouts, trying to put Andrew under pressure into Seaside hairpin. But Andrew goes a bit wide. That's allowed Jamie also with Brian Moncani. Oh, this is going to get feisty. 4th place. There's quite a few cars now thereabouts. But this is where it's going to be. But I'll tell you what, Bush is holding on for dear life at the moment then, trying to still keep that 4th place alive at the moment. But I'll tell you this, it is going to be very close to see exactly how close things go. But that's allowing Noah to escape, as well as Finley. Finley's going to try and escape, but his dad's currently under threat from Bush at the moment. Brian Moncani also there with Jamie. But I'll tell you what, this could be another close victory. But looking what's going on at the moment, Jamie's trying to escape, but he's trying to still catch up to these guys at the moment. Brucey Collins is thereabouts. Rasmus in 8th then, with Nate Fletch trying to catch up to the back of Rasmus Ommeren. Nuno in 10th then, Neil currently in 11th, but this could be very close. There's a lot of tyre squeals going out of Pirelli towards the gooseneck for the 3rd time then, with Bush trying to catch up. Brian Moncani's also there, Jamie's there as well, and Brucey Collins. So it seems to be that Nate Fletch and of course Rasmus Ommeren seem to be battling as well. But I'll tell you what, Bush is going to try and hold on for dear life. He's got Brian Moncani just got ahead of him. It seems to be a very close proximity. But Bush is back on the attack. The Australia, oh! Got to be careful there, because there was almost quite a bit of issues there. But I'll tell you what, Jamie's under threat from Brucey Collins. I'll tell you what, poor old Bush has been pushed down to 7th then, with Nate Fletch in 8th then, with of course Rasmus Ommeren thereabouts. Nuno still in 10th, with Neil Smale in 11th chasing him down, but that's allowing Noah to escape up the road then. The Ron Finley is going to be thereabouts, but we'll see exactly what is going to happen. But at the moment then, it seems to be thereabouts, with Finley 2nd, the Rooster still in 3rd, with Brian Moncani still holding on to 4th, with Jamie chasing them down. I'll tell you what, it seems that Brucey Collins is there in 6th with Nate Fletch, and of course Bush trying to hold off Rasmus Ommeren at the moment. It seems the GTR coming on strong to the back of that Toyota GT86. We're on to lap 4 already then of the final race of the evening. It seems that Rasmus Ommeren, you know, there's been a bit of an issue this evening between a few of the drivers, but Bush is trying to defend from Rasmus at the moment. The Australian versus the Danish driver. Oh, Rasmus, got to be careful. Oh, that is a bit unfortunate. Bush got caught up by Rasmus Ommeren. I don't know what has been going on tonight, but I'll tell you what, these guys have seriously got to calm the aggression now. It is not Eldar racing standards. I'll tell you what, I do apologise with the fireworks that are going on outside at the moment. This is absolutely trying to go above and beyond. I'll tell you what, Brucey Collins holding off Nate Fletcher at the moment, but I'll tell you what, Jamie is thereabouts trying to chase after Brian Moncani as well as the Rooster, trying to hold off Brian Moncani, but that is allowed Finley to try and catch up to Noah, but Noah is still in the lead of the race then with Brian Moncani, and of course the Rooster and Brian Moncani still battling for 3rd and 4th respectively. Jamie's still there, but I'll tell you what, Brian Moncani into 3rd place then, the Rooster into drop down to 4th, then Jamie's still there with of course Brucey in 6th, Nate Fletch in of course 7th, Rasmus Ommeren in 8th, then Bush in 9th, then followed by Nuno 10th with Neil Smale in 11th at the moment. He seems to be, he's struggling a bit, but on to lap 5 we go then. It looks like Jamie's got up into 3rd then. How has that happened? But it looks like he's got into 3rd with the Rooster and Brian Moncani still battling Brucey Collins and Nate Fletch also there. But this is where it could be very hotting up, because this is exactly what's happened. But I tell you what, it is thereabouts. But Brian Moncani, however, into 4th, then the Rooster trying to still fight back. Brucey Collins also doing the same with Nate Fletch. This could be a better race for these guys at the moment, but I'll tell you what, Jamie's still in 3rd at the moment. But is that allowed Finley to escape? Yes, it has, but that's also allowed, of course, Noah to still stay there in 3rd place at the moment. Could be thereabouts, we'll see exactly what's going on, but it's going to be thereabouts. But with of course Noah in around 1st place, about to start lap number 6. Jamie still in 3rd place at the moment, and this could be a good showing for the driver. It could be very interesting to see exactly how well. So obviously the BMW, the Texaco BMW driver, should I say, in 3rd place at the moment. Brian Moncani is still there in 4th at the moment, but that's allowed the Rooster to catch up to Brian at the moment, with Brucey Collins still in 6th and Nate Fletch 7th, Rasmus 8th, Nuno in currently 9th, then with Bush behind him in 10th place. Excuse me. But I tell you what, there has been a change. Oh my goodness, what has happened to Noah? He has dropped down to 7th, so that's put Jamie up into 2nd, with Finley now into 1st place then, with the likes of Brian Moncani in 2nd, then the Rooster 4th at the moment, Nate Fletch in 6th, then with Brucey Collins in around 5th place with Nate Fletch 6th, Noah in at 7th. Oh, there's a lot of tyre squeals at the moment. Rasmus in 8th, then Nuno in 9th, followed by Bush 10th and Neil Smale in 11th at the moment. But that is allowing the likes of Finley Ostler, who's about to start the penultimate lap, in the race lead then at the moment, with Jamie in 2nd, Brian Moncani in 3rd, then with the Rooster in 4th, with Brucey trying to, he's lost place. He's lost the place to Nate Fletch at the moment then. With Noah in 7th, then Rasmus 8th at the moment, with Nuno in around 9th at the moment, Bush in 10th then, and Neil Smale in 11th. But I tell you what, Finley onto the penultimate lap then. He seems to be doing very well at the moment. Jamie in 2nd with Brian Moncani 3rd. The Rooster in 4th, then Nate Fletch in. Oh, Nate Fletch has got a 1 second penalty. Brucey Collins with a 5/10 penalty as well. This is going to hamper them, and I mean it is going to hamper them dearly. And Jamie's got a penalty as well. Oh my goodness, this could take another twist. Well, that's allowing Finley to still get away. Brian Moncani in 2nd, Jamie still 3rd, the Rooster 4th, Nate Fletch 5th, Brucey still 6th, Noah in around 7th then, with Rasmus Omron trying to catch up to these guys as quick as he can. Nuno in 9th then, Bush in, of course, 10th with Neil Smale. I think he's got to take it easy, but he's in 11th for the moment. But I'll tell you what, this is allowing Finley to escape up the road to go on to the final lap. When he gets out of the last turn, it will be a very close proximity. But I'll tell you what, Brian Moncani is there with, of course, Jamie trying to be pushing on for 3rd at the moment. Nate Fletch, oh, Nate Fletch gets a bit sideways, but it's that allowed the Rooster to catch back up to 4th place at the moment. On to the final lap we go. This is where it could be very careful. We'll see exactly what happens. Brucey Collins there about in around 6th place then, Noah in 7th, then Rasmus 8th, with Nuno in 9th place at the moment then, with Bush in 10th then, with Neil Smale in 11th. But I tell you what, this is unreal. This is allowing Finley to escape up the road to try and take his first win of the season. And I'll tell you what, Brian Moncani 2nd, Jamie in 3rd then at the moment, with Nate Fletch 4th, with the Rooster 5th, and Brucey Collins straight behind him at the moment. But I'll tell you what, the battle for 2nd place is going to be thereabouts, with Brian and of course Jamie trying to latch on, but they're running out of time. Will Brian be able to catch Finley? Time will tell, but I'll tell you what, it is getting closer and closer to the limit at the moment. But excuse me, with Finley trying to catch up to the last corner then. Trying to catch up to the last corner, what am I about? Going through the last corner, should I say. Jamie in 2nd, Brian Moncani has to drop down to 3rd. That could allow, but I'll tell you what, Finley, fair play, taking a race win from Jamie on the podium. Then Brian Moncani 3rd, Nate Fletch in 4th, then the Rooster with Brucey Collins 5th and 6th, Rasmus 8th, Noah in 7th, Nuno in around 9th place then, race 1 winner this evening, with Bush in 10th then. I didn't know what happened to Bush, but he had a bit of an issue by the looks of it. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. Shouldn't be doing that, because that is against the rules as well. And Neil Smale in 11th then. Fair play to Neil, not giving up, but tell you what, it has been a bit of a hectic night of racing, and it is going to be a bit of an unfortunate. It may go into the steward's room, but I tell you what, fair play to Finley to take his first victory of Eldar Sim history, and we'll see exactly what is going to happen. But I'll tell you what, who knows exactly what's going to happen for maybe a few words of wisdom, but fair play to Finley getting a race win, followed by Jamie, followed by Brian Moncani, followed by Nate Fletch, followed by Aussie Rooster, followed by Brucey Collins, Noah in 7th, bit of an issue, but I'll tell you what, Rasmus 8th, Nuno in 9th, followed by Bush in 10th, followed by Neil Smale in 11th. Nate Fletch gets the fastest lap though, with a 1:37.5 on the last lap. I'll tell you what, it is going to be a very close battle but I tell you what, who knows exactly how things are going to go. But we'll see what happens at Largo next time out. I'll tell you this, it is going to be unreal. Next time out we are at Largo, and it is going to be very close. But I tell you what guys, it is going to be very close. I do apologise if you've seen anything untoward this evening, but I tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts. Until next week guys, when we go to Largo, and we'll see exactly what is going to happen. We will see how close things go for then. Until then guys, I've been Hoppers for Eldar Racing. Take care. Ta-ra.